The views, opinions, and statements expressed by guests, hosts, and contributors on the Spectacular podcast are solely their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or official positions of Spectacular Podcast or its affiliates.
But what I'm trying to say is that there should be money given to productions so that they're able to shoot more content or more movies, so that we're able to see new people also. We grow as an industry.
Melambalo, welcome to the Spectacular Podcast. My name is Anelity and I am your host. We haven't been dropping for a while, but we are back and we are back with a bang. We have an award-winning radio producer. She's a podcaster, has shunned a part of note both inside and outside. I give you Chantelle Mavimbela.
That is me.
How are you?
I'm good, Anela. How are you? It's great to be here.
I'm
honestly.
good, thanks. And I'm enjoying the new studio, by the way.
It's so beautiful.
It's a vibe, ne?
It's really
I think
vibe. It's like it's representing, our personalities.
our
and
personalities.
Stuff. It's like,
And it feels like home.
Exactly. That's what I like.
It really
about
feels like home.
Definitely.
Talking about home, though, tell me a bit about your childhood and introduce yourself properly for those who don't know you.
Yeah. All right. So my name is Chantelle Mavimbela. I am a radio presenter, radio producer, podcaster, content creator, makeup enthusiast, former model. Yeah, I used to do all of those things. I'm also a sound designer. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
Yeah. So yeah, content creation there. So
how would you?
And then, so you asked me about how I grew up.
Yeah.
So I grew up, born and raised, go Alexandra.
Okay.
I'm a triplet, actually.
That's
two
actually
boys,
dope.
one girl.
You were the only.
Yeah, I'm the only girl.
Dope.
So to a beautiful mom who's raised us to this day. Yeah, ke ngwana ko Gomora man.
Gomora.
Gomora.
I feel you. I really feel you.
Yeah.
So when did you discover your love for the entertainment industry?
So when I was growing up, funny enough is that I like nekrata go modlela mama and my grandmother. So ke fitla kwa le dining room, ke re mama look, and then I would just get figara. When you're kids and then rata go dlala and stuff. And I always told my mom, I'm gonna see myself on television one day. And then I just told her that, but I still wanted to be a doctor. So
you wanted to be
I wanted to be a doctor, yeah.
Okay.
So I took science, trust me. I still
Even in
regret
high school?
it. Yeah, in high school.
Oh.
I took science and stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, well. But anyways, so when I finished school, I studied public relations.
Oh, okay.
Funny enough, because my marks were not that good for me to, be in the doctorate space, I was like, okay, it's fine. I said I want to see myself on television.
Yeah.
I'm going to take communications. And then I studied communications, public relations, Rosebank College. And then while doing all of that, there was an option for me to either practice PR in the media space or in the corporate space. And I was like, you know what? I love the media space. Let me go into the media space. And I started off at our community radio station at LXFM as a reporter. I really fell in love with the radio side within the media industry. Media is big. It's vast, So specifically, I fell in love with TV production and radio.
Oh, okay.
So although as a PR, you're a spokesperson, you overlook images and stuff. I'm supposed to be doing that, but here I am doing the work, and
trying to be
exactly. And then while I was doing the practical, not really practicals, but doing the whole reporting thing, I was like, I want to see myself as a presenter, and that is when I started exploring my presenting side. And I've really never looked back. And here I am today, an award-winning radio presenter. It's crazy to even say, oh, you been nominated for every other things, but it's pretty good.
And it's a big thing
Yeah.
to be recognized in the industry.
Yeah.
Whether you win the award or not,
Yeah.
it is the recognition.
Exactly. The fact that you are being nominated by someone who sees you, obona, like something big when they see you and they're like, you deserve to be nominated for such. It's a huge deal. Yeah.
That's actually a great way to start the show.
Yeah.
Because you've done background acting.
Exactly.
And according to what I've heard, they don't get the type of recognition or the treatment rather that they deserve as contributors to the production, right?
Yeah.
Tell us more about that. So what does a day in a background actor's
look like? Yeah. So I've done background and featured extras. Trust me, I've been seeing myself on television. Like I promised myself when I was little.
Your dream manifested.
Yeah. So it's not much of a big deal also to me. With TV, it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. We have a lot of artists right now, actors and actresses who are currently jobless, who have been in the industry for such a longer period of time, whose funerals, are paid for by the state, or the government, or local organizations, Rasokola, not Khanyani. There's no employment in South Africa. So with, being a featured extra or extra, it's you making money out of nothing, And unfortunately, some productions take advantage of us on set. Others would say, or a camera person would be like, hey, let me get your number so that kitlo khona go botsa or ba booking
let me plug you.
And only to find out that they just want to F you. Like they just want to have sex with you and that's it. You get exploited. Also the treatment around, not all productions, mind you. Not all productions do this, but some productions you'll be called ka 5 a.m. Hossein, you have to be on set on Mildes Drift. When also Alexandra, somebody go Mildes Drift ka 5 a.m. Right?
Yeah.
Or maybe Tembisa or wherever. Now I know that 3. Right? So that you can get there at least 30 minutes prior, so that ka 5 there's breakfast going on. And then you need to settle because 6 o'clock.
Prepared.
Yeah, you need to be prepared. And then 6 o'clock, that's when the shooting starts. It's different productions, like I'm saying. So you would wait for hours only to find out how you're going to shoot at noon, 4 p.m.
Yo.
That's how
4 p.m.
Bro, I'm not even kidding you.
So
you will wait.
11 hours.
Yeah, 3 a.m. Or 3:30 or 4. Taxi, risking your life so that you can be on set at 5 or 6.
For Bogai.
So because some agencies take advantage, they would pay you like 270 or 250 for you to be a background actor or be in the background space. They'll just pay you 250 and then banka 50 ranta, or let's say production per person maybe baka 350, then the agent will take 100 rand and then they would give you like 200.
Agents
agents are the ones
still
that
want
are
to benefit.
They benefit a lot
from nothing.
They benefit a lot though. I mean, if anele ke batla batho ba 10 ene bo bohle
ke lo batsela di
100 rand kaofela batho ba by 10 and that got chelete eo ya hao anele, each person konka maybe 50 rand or 50% or 10% of that, or the 10 rand from Kolona, and that comes to me and then you get the rest. It's not really I'm losing a lot, but I'm making something. I'm not sure how it goes on with agents, if they also get their service fee or if they charge their service fee towards productions. I'm not sure. But all I know is that a lot of people are being exploited within that space.
What I'm picking up from this, with the example you used, that happens in real life.
Yeah.
By the way, gore o tsoga ka 4 and then you're only shooting ka 4 p.m.
Yeah.
That is about 12 hours later.
Of waiting. And even worse, when you're supposed to eat. So there's food for extras, there's food for production and the actors. So that one is very nice and
So
bacon,
exclusive.
and then when or or something. That's how it is. Some treatment is
that's
not right.
insane.
It is insane. I mean, we are all people. Just because I'm there as an extra doesn't mean you should mistreat me.
And I actually going back to what you said, when artists die, sometimes it's sad because habana chelete or the means to carry out funeral arrangements, right? But one thing I know about main actors and crew is that they do get serious cash.
Yeah.
The problem is in the industry is the consistency of work.
Yeah.
Right? You might find what you shoot something today and then you go 6 months without shooting.
Getting paid. Yeah.
And at that time you have bills to pay, right?
Yeah.
So would you say it's time the structure of the industry changes for everyone so that you get paid according to the hours you are on set rather than
the
some amount
they
of
pay you,
scenes you shoot?
Other productions, they pay you per hour.
Oh, okay.
Most productions do that. They pay you per hour. Except for extras. Extras is a different story. For actors, they would pay you per hour. Okay, you were here, per hour, and stuff. And babang baba patala for the whole day of shoot. Of course, things need to change. But I don't know, because thing is, with America or I'm not sure which other countries do this, but I know that when their content is being repurposed, for example, like it's South Africa, South Africa,
it playing over
all over,
and
you know,
over.
and they still get paid. They still get royalties from that. They get paid. Even actors still get paid. Hence, that's why they're able to sustain themselves for longer terms. Like, if you look at Botaraj, you haven't seen them on screen in a while. But then they're living good because they're getting the money that Bashutilenka Yoneka 1905 because their movie is playing somewhere out there. You know, with us, it's being repurposed, but you don't even get paid for it. Even the advertisements. What's this? Go SABC 1, itala photo go SABC 2. The same Baba file chelete Khaiwan. But the person that made the advertisements bona.
And then by the time it is chelete vedile.
It's vedile. I mean, you need to pay
3 months in advance.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
It's very crazy and very unfair, I must say.
So
we're just exploiting each other, more South Africa.
It's crazy like that.
Yeah.
So would you say with radio, do you guys go through the same nonsense that actors go through?
Radio and TV are pretty much different.
Oh, okay.
With radio, because radio is continuous, hence you see what Tando Tabete, they're still on radio. It's in a little stable, but not for everyone.
It's more stable.
Yeah, it's more stable than TV, because TV, we are also fighting for this thing of there should be new characters. We are tired of seeing Mamso Ndoko generations next to go Sky Guy, you know?
Don't you think that's also kind of unfair, right? Because I've heard your veterans say things like, these kids from after expect us to audition, but we've got a whole portfolio of work. And still, I think there's nothing wrong with that, because you need to give the kids a chance.
Yeah,
you need
have
to give
you need
other people a chance.
Yeah, but then also giving other people a chance means that Bomam Sonto, they are jobless. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, instead of us recycling
the same people to play characters.
Rather, we create more movies, more what. It's just that, I don't know. Thank God we have what's this? Gayton McKenzie under the sports arts and culture. He seems more enthusiastic and more, I think he understands his, but what I'm trying to say is that there should be money given to productions so that they're able to shoot more content or more movies, more, so that we're able to see new people also. We grow as an industry, because how Ochaba SABC 1 to ETV. What's Expresso, maybe Lesidingo. Only 2 things. And then the rest, Bruce Lee.
Exactly.
The rest of the day, Bruce Lee. And you're asking yourself, there's so many people who are talented out there, and then Bruce Lee 1905.
Recycling the same content.
Exactly.
Over.
Why? Instead of us buying the content overseas and what, why can't we produce our own content and let us see our young creatives?
I think we need to ask.
Yeah.
The relevant people. It's a concern. It really is. And thank God we also have streaming platforms.
Yeah.
I think that has opened a whole dimension
but then
of
it's different for South Africans. For example, in America, people get paid for their content. In America, in China, they get paid. In South Africa, you need to do this thing at these streaks, right? Okay. You send 100 streaks, and then you're going to get a certain amount of money, maybe 100 rand. And then you need to fish out for or look out for the sponsors who will sponsor your content because you have a certain number of following. Also, those sponsors don't want to give you money, but just their products, so that you can so that they can make money through you so every time.
But benefit.
Yeah, but benefit. And you are not getting anything from it. You understand? Most South Africans, I'm saying that exploitation engata. We are serious. Like, we're not taking each other seriously. If only we started taking each other seriously, and I think things were going to be different. This is your podcast. You should be getting paid for your podcast.
Yeah,
because
I think
there's data.
I think YouTube.
There's software.
I think
YouTube you need to reach a certain amount of followers and viewership for you to get paid.
I feel like they need to change structures.
Yeah.
Or we need to create our own form of YouTube, because we've got people like MacG who are doing well, who have inspired a lot of content creators.
Yeah.
They have your Mitlalis. That's entertainment on its own.
Yeah.
Have you been on TikTok? Like, TikTok is an entertainment on its own. I feel like we spend more time on TikTok than YouTube. With YouTube.
Yeah.
So I think, besides the gifting, the flowers on the live, I think after reaching a certain amount of followers as well, you should start getting paid.
Yeah, exactly.
Because without the people making the content, there's no TikTok.
There's no TikTok at all.
Understand?
Yeah.
It's not like TikTok or the owner, TikTok makes content for us to enjoy.
They just make money.
Yeah.
They just make money.
From the content we make, right?
Yeah.
Which is, I think, one of the reasons. I stand to be corrected. Was it one of the reasons why you started your own podcast? The hashtag show, right? What was the inspiration behind it? Because, the hashtag show is one of those shows, when you're listening to it, it sounds like you're listening to
radio.
Proper radio, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Because, number one, 30 minutes to 45 minutes,
Yeah.
straight to the point, interesting topics. You are not censored. You are not controlled about what you speak about.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the world is heading, right?
Yeah.
Where we want our own sense of freedom, right? And taking charge. I want to know what was your
Yeah.
inspiration behind the hashtag show.
Yeah. So the hashtag show started off as a radio show on Capital Africa. It was a show that Heikena on radio, people are so excited. Like, I can't wait to listen to the hashtag show every day, you know? And so when Capital closed down, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let go of the hashtag show. Let me just now turn it into a podcast. Hence, we've worked with different radio stations after that, along Le Andile, my former co-host. So we worked with KBF FM 88.3. Yako America, and they would get content for us, and it kind of drove me because I did not have anything to do around then. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take this focus on the podcast and make it well known to where it is today. So I mean, having over 1,000 listeners on the channel or the platform is pretty great. I mean, people are listening to your content and also being listed under the top 100 of podcasters.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy. I think I was under the top 10.
Congratulations.
It was amazing for me to see that. And when you Google it, the hashtag show, and you're like, Chantelle, here you are. And these are the charts, you have to check all of those all the time. So basically, radio is what drives me.
So
hence, the hashtag show bringing radio into a podcast. So that's my baby. Yeah.
That's actually very dope.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were in the top 10.
Yeah.
And
that was like 2 months ago. It's recent.
Really?
It's recent.
That's actually very...
Yeah, so I was happy to see
crazy. Because I think it's very difficult.
It is. It's way difficult because if you are competing along Lebo McG,
exactly,
everyone, bro, they're doing very good.
Extremely
good. Like perfectly good. And then you get your mini hashtag show and you're like, oh,
and it's popping. It's greeting.
It's like people are noticing. Oh yeah, it's this girl, and now I don't even have to look for the guests. Producers now come to me.
Yeah.
People come to me. I'm like, I got your back.
That's it. So how do you then choose the relevant guests? Because I think your guest also contributes to a vibe, the mood you set on each episode.
Yeah.
So what narrative does the hashtag show tell?
Yeah.
Like, what's the criteria of
the hashtag show? It's basically storytelling of artists. So the reason why most of the time I have upcoming artists is that I'm also upcoming. I'm not a musician, just a presenter. So I'm also upcoming myself. Actually, I think I'm already there. Okay.
Yeah.
But it gives a voice to artists out there. It tells a story. It's all about storytelling of where you come from. How are you changing the industry that you're in, whether music, whether acting, whether business, it doesn't matter. It's basically storytelling. So that's why
you're basically giving people a platform to express
themselves. Yeah.
So tell me about the struggles that come with starting a podcast, because honestly I wasn't ready for it at all. I really wasn't. It shook me. I'm approaching people are telling me they charge for interviews, and I'm like, what? And now I don't know how to